Um, a very good evening to all those who have tuned in with us today. I am Shreya Yadav and I'll be serving as the Vice President for PCGT National Youth Parliament 2020 along with Nandini Shinai. Today, Nandini and I have come live on PCGT NYP 20 to talk to you guys about what PCGT is, who our trustees are. We'll also be discussing, the much awaited technical aspect of the e-online youth parliament. So let's get to it. Let me first start with talking to you all about what PCGT is. PCGT stands for Public Concern for Governance Trust. It is a registered trust founded in 2002. Two of our founding trustees, Dr. R.J. Anand and Mr. Dara Gandhi, filed a public interest litigation in the Bombay High Court against the proposed transfer of an upright IPS officer. The success of this PIL in the High Court led to the idea of increasing public participation to, somewhere make our government institutions more transparent and more accountable. And that is how PCGT came into existence.
PCGT was founded by Dr. R.K. Anand, Mr. Julio Ribeiro, and late Mr. V.G. Deshmukh with the goal to inculcate the values of good governance, accountability, and transparency in Indian citizens. In the course of their journey, they were later joined by many of our trustees who hail from different walks of life. One of these trustees, Mr. V.P. Raja, along with our conference conveners, Mr. Shivam Jayantakadia, came up with the idea that in order to inculcate these values, it must first be practiced by the youth of this country. It was this idea that gave rise to PCGT National Youth Parliament.
Okay, so Nandini just spoke about our founders and our trustees. The trustees at PCGT strive towards promoting the cause of good governance, curbing corruption, and encouraging our youth to inculcate ethical and moral values. We are all aware that curbing corruption is not an easy task. It is not a day's job, and therefore PCGT tries to, influence minds while they are young. So we interact with students at schools and colleges. One of the programs that we run to, somewhere engage with colleges, with school students is the Kuch program. So this program that is titled Kuch engages with school students and we try to inculcate moral values in them. Such an act which is a very powerful tool given to all Indian citizens in 2005. And through this particular program, we focus on the youth and the weaker sections of the society in particular. And we do this by organizing a lot of workshops, training sessions. Recently, we have organized a few webinars on this topic as well. Last year, we rolled out the Campus Ambassador program. So the campus ambassadors who've engaged with us, apart from engaging their institutions with PCGT, they also have helped us a lot in promoting the cause which we are seeking to achieve with, the youth parliament concept. One thing which I would like to, elaborate upon is how participation is a very essential element of governance. And what PCGT strives to do is that we encourage the youth to participate and, become active participants of the governance systems. And we do so by, speaking to students in colleges across Mumbai. And we try to inculcate values in them with an emphasis on transparency and accountability. And it is the Youth for Governance program that the NYP, the National Youth Parliament, is a part of. So you see, anyone who engages with us in the capacity of a campus ambassador, an intern, even volunteers with our program, not only how you can be an active participant and make a difference in the governance of your own country.
The National Youth Parliament, as Shreya, is a part of the Youth for Governance program. Now, PCGT National Youth Parliament 2020 has been formulated to not only instill qualities of good governance, accountability, and transparency with every one of us associated with the conference, be it in the capacity of a delegate, an organizing committee member, or even an executive board member, but also to teach the youth of the country basic life skills of analysis, research, law, policy making, and even debating. Now, what sets Public Concern for Governance Trust National Youth Parliament 2020 apart from the numerous youth parliaments and model UN conferences happening around the country is our stellar executive board. Now, within the 2 days of the conference, we bring to you an excellent executive board comprising of Mr. Ishan Joshi, Mr. Mihir Jain, Mr. Soham Patil, Mr. Aditya Lele, Mr. Rangan Majumdar, Mr. Manal Bhanushali, and Mr. Sagar Menon, who cumulatively bring to you an experience of more than 300 conferences. All these individuals who come from different walks of life and different professions in academia have an experience in the Indian parliamentary discourse. Now, the other major thing that we bring to you is our pool of cash prizes. We offer more than 50,000 rupees in a total within the 2 days of the conference, with per committee being at rupees 15,000. The best delegate or the best parliamentarian in this matter is set at rupees 7,000 per delegate, and the high commendation at rupees 5,000, and the special mention for the committee is set at rupees 3,000. In addition to this, as Shreya mentioned, the internship program that the Youth for Governance holds is also something that is an opportunity given to all these winners of the Public Concern for Governance Trust National Youth Parliament. This internship would in turn act as a stepping stone to encourage the participation of citizens and of students specifically to delve into the work that PCGT does. Now, PCGT National Youth Parliament offers its delegates an opportunity to understand the Indian parliamentary procedures. It's to consider how public issues affect them as an individual and affect the society at large, and to form an opinion about them. To develop in them the respect for tolerance and views of others, and most importantly, instill to them the quality of leadership.
Perfect. So Nandini just spoke about how PCGT National Youth Parliament will not only give you a platform to debate, but it will also give you a platform to grow. And one thing that a lot of our participants and people who have engaged with us are very curious to know is the technical aspect of this. How are you planning on doing it, and what how do online conferences function and all of that? So I'll be addressing that right now. So Team PCGT NYP 2020 is dedicated to bring to you the best online youth parliament experience possible. And for this, we have a technical team in place now, and this technical team is constantly working to enhance the experience that we'll be bringing to you. And at least 2 members of this technical team will be a part of every committee throughout all these sessions in the span of 2 days. So we'll be assisting the executive board members to ensure that every session is carried out smoothly. In addition to this, we have also formulated, some technical guidelines, and these will be intimated to all our participants as a part of your delegate resource folder. We also took some inputs from our, the participants who had engaged with us before we came up with this online youth parliament decision. So these participants told us specifically, their inputs regarding how their experience has been and all of that. And keeping all of that in mind, taking it into account, we have decided that the platform for our conference will be Zoom. So Zoom is something which all our participants are more or less familiar with. And in the ones who are not really okay with it, we'll be conducting technical training sessions. In particular, we'll be also conducting demo runs before the actual conference takes place. So this is what Team PCGT NYP is dedicated towards doing, and we are really excited, and we're hoping to see you all over there. And with this, we've somewhere reached the end to what we had to talk to you all about, and now with some questions. You can all shoot your questions in the comment section. Perfect. Received a question from Sanjana Mishra, who wants to know how do you start running, or how do you start participating in Model United Nations?
Shreya, can you repeat that question again, please?
Yeah, so we have a question from Sanjana Mishra, who wants to know how do you start with Model United Nations or youth parliaments?
All right. Now PCGT National Parliament in variety of committees offers to you different agendas, be it for Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, All India Political Parties meet, which is a student committee, a school committee, and Rajya Sabha and for the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly as well. Now, for any person who wants to delve into the aspect of youth parliament or a model UN for that matter, would primarily have to choose a committee with an agenda of his or her liking. Now, as soon as he does that, he will have to go on our website or the registration link, register themselves, and accordingly put forth allotment preferences that they want. And in accordance to the same, we will allot them one of the preferences that they have chosen. And our executive board members have come together to give out, policies and what they want to be discussed in committee specifically. So you can find on our Instagram feed videos that have been made by the executive board members mentioning what they expect from the delegates who want to delegate in their committee. So we believe that these videos will help you streamline your research and make your debate more informative. And also, once you register for the conference, you will also be provided with a very, very comprehensive study guide that our head for research and development, Mr. Vignesh Narayanan, in collaboration with our executive board members has made. And I believe that having so many resources available to you in the era of PCGT National Youth Parliament going online itself, so the internet that is available to you can be put to good use for when you want to research about whatever committee you choose to do.
Okay, great. So one of our viewer wants to know, is Model United Nations and Youth Parliaments different? Are they different?
All right. Okay. So in the starting, I would first like to mention that the United Nations is an international body that deals with relations between states, and the main aim of the United Nations is to maintain international peace and security. However, a youth parliament basically deals with the various bodies of parliament or the various legislative and decision-making bodies in the Indian structure of democracy. Now, what basically sets these two apart is the procedure that is basically followed in the functioning of the committees that are there in the United Nations as compared to what are there in the Indian parliamentary discourse, and also the agendas and the mandates that these deal with are completely different, because one deals with topics that are on an international level, and the other deals with something that are matters of national importance, like national security or say economic agendas or economic concepts. So our agendas for PCGT National Youth Parliament also deal with a variety of different topics of national importance, like the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code for Rajya Sabha and the AFSPA for Lok Sabha. So we have delved into very important aspects concerning national security or economics, or say the legal framework for that matter, to provide you with the best possible opportunity in PCGT National Youth Parliament this year.
Okay. So one of our participants is also interested in knowing about the international press. So could you elaborate on, how the experience at the international press or with it is going to be? What is the role of a reporter?
For a model UN, the general term that is used is the international press. However, when it comes to youth parliament, the term that is used is the Indian press. So for a reporter, our executive board comprising of Mr. Manaksh Manushali and Mr. Sagar Menon, who themselves have great amount of experience doing IP committees, have come together and they have put forth a matrix that comprises of different press houses in the Indian democracy. And now every person who registers as a reporter will be allotted one press house that they will have to represent in the 2 days of committee. And they will be given a chance to interact with the delegates in every committee, and they will be given a chance to ask them questions and make reports about whatever happens in committee and all the proceedings that happen in committee. And I believe the executive board that we have selected for international press will, whenever there will be a session for the members who have registered for IP, it will be the executive board members who will give them a complete view and depth about what they also expect from their delegates.
Okay, great. So a viewer is also interested in knowing about the internship. So, I'll take this one up. So, since Nandini and I both have been interns with PCGT in the past, we both can, personally, we have experienced how enriching this internship can be. You spend a month, mostly we have interns for about a month. So every month you can apply and you can send an email to publicconcern@gmail.com. You can DM us in case you need the email ID, and you send in your CVs and why do you want to do that internship. And when you actually, start with this internship, you not only get a chance to be mentored by our trustees that Nandini has spoken about, you also get a chance to, somewhere you realize that, oh yeah, as an Indian citizen, I too can, contribute to governance. And that particular realization for me was changing, because I used to always think that, oh yeah, I cannot really help out with governance, so we have these particular leaders to blame. And then at PCGT, somewhere I realized that, we do have certain tools that have been given to every Indian citizen, the Right to Information Act, for example, and I can also play my own role in contributing towards the governance of my own country. Nandini, if you would like to add something to this.
No, I agree completely with what you said, and I believe that the internship opportunity that Public Concern for Governance Trust gave us, so we had to apply. However, the same opportunity is given to all our winners in case they win and the opportunity is given to them. However, this opportunity allowed me to grow as a person, as an individual, because it gave me an opportunity to interact with people with statures from people who have worked with the governance system, who are IAS, IPS officers, and also people like Shailesh Gandhi sir, who have such immense respect. And we actually delved into what morals the society has and how governance has changed over time, and what I as an individual or a group of individuals or students of my age can do to contribute to better the system that is in place right now. And as it is said, that charity begins at home. I believe that every single small step counts. And I also believe that the idea that PCGT National Youth Parliament was brought up with aims to fulfill one of these ideas as a whole.
Great. Okay, so we have received a question regarding paperwork. Someone wants to know particularly about AIPPM's paperwork, but if you could please elaborate on how we're going to go about paperwork in our committees.
All right. So in an offline conference, how we would have gone through paperwork is you would have showcased it using a projector on, say, a screen or something. Now here, since it's an online conference, what you can do is the technical team will assist you in doing so, and this will be briefed to you in the technical session. But one of the things that you can do is you can share your screen and talk about and discuss the working paper, talk about and discuss the paperwork in committee, and which can be showcased to your executive board members and to the remaining delegates and parliamentarians in committee. And when it comes to giving access and sharing the paperwork beforehand, we will ensure that there will be committee groups that are formed before the conference, so that you can lobby on those committee groups. You can get in touch with the executive board for that matter, and ask them what they expect from the 2 days of the conference and how to go about it, and any single procedural doubt that you have. And this group can be used as a platform to circulate the paperwork that you come up with. And I believe the ROP sessions that will be scheduled by the side of PCGT National Youth Parliament from the executive board, who will brief you about this, will further delve into this issue, because every committee has a separate procedure, and every executive board members has their way of running their committee.
Great. So we've received a question from Anaga, who wants to know how can we send chits in an online youth parliament.
All right. So in an online youth parliament, I'd like to mention this again for the people who recently joined, that the platform that we've chosen for PCGT National Youth Parliament this year is Zoom, since most of the people are comfortable with it. So the major thing in Zoom is that there is a chat box feature attached to on the tabs below. Now, so if any person wants to send a chit to, say, the executive board member or any other person in committee, then there is a send chat privately feature. Now, this feature can specifically be enabled to send a chit to, so most of the delegates or all delegates in committee will have to change their names to the portfolios that they are representing. And the person wanting to send the chit will have to send it privately to the person representing a particular portfolio or to the executive board. And I believe that it does not cause any logistical hassle, because it is something that is electronically driven, and it is a direct mechanism where you can ensure that your chit goes to whoever you want to send it to. And in case you face any such difficulty or query about how to go about it, we already have a technical session scheduled. We have technical members in your committee who will help you, who will guide you through this entire process and inform us in case you face any single query or difficulty.
Great. So, Vignesh would want to know, what can a delegate do if he is facing technical issues during the conference?
Alright, so if a delegate is facing technical issues during a conference, we have ensured that every committee has at least 2 members representing the technical team or the logistics team, so to say, who will ensure that in case there are any technical difficulties that you face, for example, your internet has cut off and you couldn't hear the previous speech, or you can't send chits, or you can't, your video has gone off or anything, there are some people who we will mention to you in your committee group that these are the people assigned for who you have to approach in case of any technical difficulties that you face. And I hope that you feel free to reach out to the technical members first, or any of us for that matter. If you feel that you are having any technical difficulties or problems, and those people are people who we have trained thoroughly about how to go about this entire technical process and the eNYP, and we believe that they are best suited to help.
Okay. So we do have a text regarding from Shreya. We have a question from Shreya who wants to know, how do you send chits to the executive board member? And we also had a query regarding how do you mark chits in case you're sending it privately. So if you could elaborate on how do you send chits to the executive board member?
Alright. So as I have said before, the Zoom chat feature gives you an opportunity to send a message to somebody privately. So the chits here will be the messages that you will be sending to your executive board members. And however, if you want to send a chit via the EV, the one thing that you will have to do is, so for example, I'm Shashi Tharoor and I want to send a chit to the person representing Amit Shah, for example. I will type down my message in the chat box, send it to that person, and copy paste the same chit on the private chat of the executive board so that even they get access to it. And we also have a technical session scheduled, as I am repeatedly saying that I'm pretty sure that these questions will not exist after you go through the technical session, because it's extremely thorough and will give you an insight of all the technological aspects of the conference.
Great. So we've received a question of some new viewers have asked this question regarding the ROP sessions by our executive board members. So if you could just repeat it for a new viewer.
Alright, so PCGT National Youth Parliament is constantly in touch with our executive board members, and we have scheduled ROP sessions per committee, and you will get a mail about when these sessions are scheduled, or you will be notified about when these sessions are scheduled. And your executive board members, who are extremely thorough with the rules of procedure of parliamentary discourse in every single committee that they are chairing, they will walk you through every single procedural doubt that you might have, or they will they will cater to every single query that you are facing, and they will also and we will ensure that they will address the technological aspect of it as well. And while the ROP sessions are going on, we will also try to tell you who the technical members in your committee are, so that you get to know them and realize that the technical aspects of it and how to approach the technical members in your committee and all those things will be conveyed to you for sure.
Great. So we have a question from Avya Goyal who wants to know, do we need to make a DR or a press release for AIPPM in particular?
Lakshya, I believe that the most appropriate person to answer that question is the chairperson of AIPPM. And as and when the ROP session will be scheduled, these questions about what happens in the committee and the substantive part of committee will be covered by the executive board members, and will be communicated to the delegates of the said committee then and there by the executive board member themselves.
Great. So we have a question from Manaksh, who wants to know, how will the chits be marked?
Alright, again, the substantive aspects of any youth parliament or The marking scheme is something that the executive board that differs from every executive board member, and it is the executive board member whose purview it is to decide how much he wants to mark chits or whether he wants to do it at all. And I believe that it will be conveyed to delegates about how the chit process and how the chit systems work, and know how it works in starred and unstarred chits in Indian committees. And I think that's it.
Great. So we'll be taking a few, remaining questions. We have a question from Naman Shah who wants to know, since he has faced issues with lobbying in online months, he wants to know how do, we go about lobbying and how will that be marked on. So if you could elaborate on that, about lobbying.
All right. So as I have said that we will be forming WhatsApp groups for every committee days before the conference, and we will add every single member of the committee, the technical committee and the executive board member on that group, and so will be the secretariat members as a part of this WhatsApp group. And I believe it is convenient. It acts as a convenient mechanism to lobby for delegates before the conference. And when it comes to the days of the conference, I believe that there are sessions, informal sessions in every committee where they can lobby with each other, and that is also something, since it comes as a part of the substantive committee proceedings, that is something I believe that will also be addressed by the executive board of the committee.
Great. So we've received one more question, which is regarding what can be done if a delegate's turn, if it is a parliamentarian's turn to speak, and in that particular moment he faces some technical issue. What do we do then?
All right. So, sir, I believe that we already have a technical team in place, and considering that an online youth parliament is a lot different from how an offline youth parliament works, and there may be technical glitches and issues, the executive board of the committee and the technical team will be briefed in very well in advance about how to deal with, when, for example, if it is your turn to speak and you face certain technical glitches, and it will be taken into notice and you will be given a chance to speak, and it will be figured out as and when certain such glitches arise, and but we assure you that we have a mechanism in place for dealing with such problems.
Great. So one last thing, it's more of a suggestion which we have received from Sarthak, who wants us to consider making a breakout room in Zoom for members of a particular party to discuss amongst themselves in the informal session.
All right. So thank you so much, sir. We will definitely take that suggestion into account. And we believe that we are completely welcome to all the suggestions that you guys might have to better this experience. And you can reach out to us on Instagram, or our numbers are available, or you can email us, you can call us, you can reach out to us with all and every single suggestion that you have to better this conference and to help us to provide you a better experience. And we believe that so these suggestions, the breakout room suggestion, for example, is something we will definitely consider, and we will ensure that it is something that is deliberated and discussed upon in the organizing committee, and if it is feasible, we will definitely do it.
Great. So I think with that we've almost reached the end of this live session, and it was amazing interacting with all our audience on Instagram, plus members who are going to be joining us, parliamentarians, and I think we have one last question from Anaga, who wants to know how can we register. So if you could please address that.
All right. So we have forwarded WhatsApp forwards. If you have received one, there is a registration link given below. However, as soon as the live session gets over, if you want to register, you can go on our Instagram bio. The registration link is available there. As soon as you register, we will get a notification about an additional registration from your end, and you will get an email from our end talking about how to go about the payment and how to go about the monetary aspect of it. And later on, as soon as you make the payment, we will give you an allotment. We will confirm the allotment for you. And in case you face any single difficulty in how to go about registrations, you can anytime reach out to us on our Instagram handle, or you can reach out to us via email. And we have a very, very well-suited PR team who is very capable to have deal with any kind of queries and questions that you might come across.
Great. So, as I was talking about how we are reaching the end, we have received like a testimonial for our for our participant who's participating for the second year in a row. And he says that thank you for making PCGT one of the only youth parliaments around with sheer integrity. And he's thanking us for the efforts we've taken in. He's glad to be a part of it again. So that says a lot about how dedicated we are, and we are totally promising you a very enriching experience overall. And it will be one of the best youth parliaments you'll be a part of. Since we're not just an event, we promise to bring to you a really enriching experience, one where you not only get a platform to debate, but you also get a platform to grow. And Nandini, if you'd like to add something to it.
Yeah, I believe that it is the delegates who have, encouraged us to come up with a second edition. The kind of response that we received on the first edition and the kind of feedback that we got was what encouraged us to come up with the second edition of the conference. And the kind of response we have been getting for PCGT National Youth Parliament, keeping in mind the corona situation at hand and how upsetting it is for all of us for the conference to go online, and still the amount of encouragement and the responses that we've received from you guys is something that we are very thankful for, something that we commend from the bottom of our hearts. And we believe that PCGT National Youth Parliament is only as good as the delegates and the executive board make us look.
Great. So with that, we'll be ending the live session now. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in today. And we'll be coming up with technical training sessions and, more such interactive sessions very soon. We're really excited to see you guys on the 1st and 2nd of August. See you there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for attending this.